that was a big day. The most intensely exciting moment of that period of my life.
Well, I was surprised, and I thought, well, I'm very lucky. Not many boys in my year went to university at all. I mean, mainly people were going in the services for national service, or perhaps going to Sandhurst, that sort of thing.
Oh my goodness, it was one of the best experiences of my life. I will always look at it fondly.
No, does anyone think that they're going to get in? I don't know. You just don't. And yeah, it was the best of surprises. Came just before Christmas. I think they come out after Christmas now, but it was lovely. Yeah, we got our letter from Geoffrey Warnock just before Christmas, and yeah, it was amazing.
It was just before Christmas, I think, the conditional offer, and my mum at the time was working as a teaching assistant at local primary school, and she had given me if this post comes through, here's the school's number, here's the I think she was in year 1 at the time, here's the year 1 extension number, phone me straight away. Yeah, I just remember being thrilled when the letter finally turned up, because it was I think a couple of friends I'd met at interviews had got theirs the day before and things like that to Christmas, so posts a bit all over the place, and yeah, it was really exciting, because obviously again by that point I'd had a taste of it and I was getting to go back, if of course the A-levels worked out, which thankfully they did.
I was in a Spanish class with all my A-level friends, and everyone knew I was waiting to hear. I think everyone else in my school who was waiting to hear had already heard, so it was just me left. And I got the email come through to say there's been a change to your UCAS status. So my whole class stopped working, gathered around my laptop, and my fingers are shaking as I'm typing in my login, and it's being excruciatingly slow, because obviously whenever there's anything important to do, technology will be slow. The teacher was behind me, everyone was holding their breath. I got the offer, everyone burst out, the classes in the classrooms next to us actually came out to see what all the commotion was about, and I just looked at the teacher and said, may I? And she went, yeah, go. So I just ran around the school, found all my friends, found Mr. Jones, my favourite teacher, and told him I got in. And what was actually very sweet was I ran into his classroom and said, Sir, I've got in. And he didn't bat an eyelid. He said, well, I knew you would, which was really, really sweet.
Before my offer letter, I got a call from the Dean, Roy Stewart, who was the person who interviewed me, and this is at the time when mobile phones had just come out. It was just before Christmas, and I was walking along Europe's largest street market, which is Walthamstow Market, and I got the call, and it was Roy, and he was just mumbled a bit, and he said, oh, would you like to offer you a place at Oxford? And I immediately didn't know what to say, was speechless, called my mum, called my family, and it was fantastic.
Oh, yeah, it was very strange, because they said, would you be interested in PPE? I said, well, yes. And so it was, I didn't know really what to expect, because I suppose like any young person going to university, you don't know what it means. So yeah, it all felt like I was just very lucky, in the right place at the right time, and met the right people, in terms of the tutors who sort of gave me a chance. But so I didn't know what to expect when I set off.
I was absolutely shocked. It was arrogant, and I didn't think I would get in. And my parents didn't push me. They weren't at all impressed. They didn't care whether I got in or not. My sister had gone to Bristol, she was happy there. We knew in Northern Ireland you got educated and got out because the troubles in the 70s meant your social life was curtailed. There were bombs and things, and you didn't go to nightclubs and you didn't go to pubs, so you had more time for studying. So I was absolutely astounded and delighted. And then I thought, oh, I only need 2 E's. I don't have to work too hard for my A-levels. So my English teacher reminded me I still needed to work for my A-level.
Still got C's, which tells you something. It was a surprise. That was a surprise, because I felt that the interview process had gone pretty well. Mixture of excitement, fear, and what so many people from my sort of background went through. Is Oxford really the place to be?
And Hertford was so welcoming. Quite soon, we got sent a copy of Simpkins. Have you seen the old copies of Simpkins? With a little welcome saying, you know, you'll have got your letter from Geoffrey by now. Here's a little taster of what Hertford life is like. I think I did get a personal letter from someone in the year above. I never met him. He was a mathematician.
I got a phone call Sunday afternoon about 4 o'clock. I think it was December the 13th, 1981. Not that that's stuck in my mind as being significant. My father answered the phone and said, Hertford College. It was Roy on the phone, and he offered me my place. And it was fantastic. You know, it's one of those dance around the room moments.